arbitrary. It depends, like our fixed point is Krishna. Everything is compared to Krishna. Everything is measured according to Krishna. And in our case, it's because we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Well, in other systems, it's Jehovah or Jesus or, Moses or somebody. Yeah, or Bush. So it depends. If you select a reference point that is actually stable, then your system has better longevity than a system that is selected where the reference point is selected as something changing. So if you select the 0 degrees, if you select something solar, on the solar level, as the reference point for your astrology, then all your measurements will change with the precession of the Earth's axis. But if you select a sidereal point, which is outside the solar system, then you have a point that will not change. At least it won't change as quickly as a point that has a solar reference, like the equinox.
Interesting to note that there is also 23.5 degree precession in proton-electron coupling in subatomic structure.
No, really?
That says Randy Johnson.
That's cool. Oh, I see. He typed it.
Yes, and Florian says, all right, I see, but compared to that arbitrary point, are we at the beginning or at the end? Don't the Vedic scriptures speak of different qualities?
Because the point of 0 degrees Mesha is not used to measure the precessional circle. Rather, the circle in the sky near the North Pole, North Celestial Pole, around which the axis of the Earth precesses, is used as the point of measurement for that particular thing. And it doesn't have any, it wouldn't have any meaning to take 0 Mesha as the point of reference for the precession. But what is important is the distance between the vernal equinox and 0 degrees Mesha. That's what's important. And this diagram shows that the point of the vernal equinox at the moment is right on the border between Pisces and Aquarius. And this is where we get the whole idea of the Aquarian age, and that the last so many thousands of years have been the Piscean age. It's not a beginning or an end. It's a reference point, and it says that these astrological changes are going to take place in the historical period. But it doesn't really mean that it's the beginning or the end. You can't say there's a beginning or an end to a circle. It's just arbitrary. You can say so many degrees from such and such a point, but you're the one who's picking the point. It's not natural. Just like I say, if I go 300 miles north, I cross the border into USA. Well, who made that line? It's arbitrary. Politicians made it. If you go up in an airplane and you fly over it and you look down, you won't see a big line in the earth. There's no difference between one country and another. It's arbitrary. We decide. We make that measurement, and then we account things according to our measurements. But they're human inventions. If we make our system according to human invention, then it'll always be inaccurate and imperfect. But if we make it according to the most stable point of reference that we have available, which is a sidereal point, then it'll be stable.
But we would be under the influence of a Rashi, right? Of a main Rashi, like it said.
Florian's going, all right. Yeah. See, if you study ontology, every system has a 0 point. Every system has a point of reference. So what do you select as your point of reference? It's up to you. It's arbitrary.
Greenwich.
Yeah, Greenwich, huh? Yeah. So we can select something on a human level, we can select something on an astral level, on a solar level, or a sidereal, or a galactic, or a universal level. That's why we select Krishna. Krishna is our 0 point, because he's eternal. He never changes. So if all of our knowledge is based on Krishna, then it's completely stable through all 3 phases of time. Past, present, and future, for as far as you can go. There's another comment?
I know. I just thought because the Mayans, etc.
There are different qualities, but that doesn't mean it has a beginning or an end.
Well, if qualities change, it's a beginning or an end.
Qualities change because of different sections of time, but time itself has no beginning or end.
It's a pattern repeated.
A pattern repeated. Just as a fractal has a pattern that's repeated over and over again. You can't say that any one point is the beginning or end of the fractal. You can say, yes, there's a point that's the beginning of the pattern, but the fractal itself goes on unlimitedly, bigger and smaller scales. That's the meaning of a fractal. It has no specific beginning or end. This is a higher level of beyond mental conception. This is a conception that can only be grasped with purified intelligence. That's why it's so subtle. That's why people so often get it wrong. And they want to attach designations like beginning or end to something that it really doesn't apply to. So just like people want to designate Krishna, and they want to say, well, Krishna's just a man, right? You know, or Krishna's activities. Well, Krishna danced with other men's wives, so that's immoral. No, those designations don't apply to Krishna. I'm sorry, he's above them. So if we pick a reference point that's beyond all mundane changes, then our system is always going to be stable. That's the secret of Vedic knowledge. Everything is relative to Krishna.
It's always stable.
Always stable.